Hello, and welcome to the Proximity. I'm John Proxy. I'm having a Disco Elysium adventure. Oh yeah, I just realised I only have one person in my team. I'm gonna have to move myself here though, aren't I? Because he's gonna join us in a second. Let's see if we can do this in the correct order. Says the man, the young man with the tip player and the large boyardero boots, lung-shaped tree spout on his silver belt buckle.
Hard, full, car.
Yeah, nothing. But is it? I mean, really. The young man adds a capital G before the H in his yar and his arg. This produces a Gottwalden accent, which makes him sound more animal and more in it. Or maybe it's not Gottwalden, maybe it's Oranje, probably an homage to an Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging from his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now? Is this the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing? Yarg!
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the hyphen mark. Yeah!
Deception hearing. You missed one A. You missed an A. There, I yelled mine with 6A, so you have to yell it with 6-2.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law. We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Yeah!
Is this the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing? He moves his mouth, but the sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless. Yeah, my Major Egghead. The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Is that why they call you Egghead? Because Egghead to the mega, the K became the G,
Egghead.
the Y became the man. The Advent? We're close. True, hard, full, car, hardcore. Yeah! The Y to the yeah!
You missed an A there, but that's okay. I'm a pretty lenient
It's nice
cop.
to be important, but it's important to be nice. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night. True, hard, it's hardcore. Skibber-D, skibber-danger. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Welling Rags hostel.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Yeko Qatar, the place to be.
You said that before. Why is that Yaka Qatar the place to be? What does it mean?
Qatar, the hardcore place.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, a ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind, a pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core, all right, yeah. Hardcore! Ah!
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried, isn't it? Isn't.
What is the question?
It would have been good if I had just asked you a question, but I didn't. That's idiotic.
True, it's hard. Skibber-D. True, hard. It's hardcore. Skibber-D. True, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the True,
I might have to make
hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah. Hard. Is it though?
Just thinking that a moment ago.
One spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life. True, hard. It's hardcore. Skibber-D. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. all core, all right, yeah.
Please tell me exactly what you're
Gotta get
doing.
the people going. Yeah.
I see.
Request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible. True, hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core, all right. Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm a party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a
On the
party boy.
track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack. True, hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core, all right. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What's a party
Hardcore
boy?
Party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Katla, beyond a certain latitude known as the Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to the drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
True, hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core, all right. Yeah, hardcore. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
The question, what is the question?
Seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. The skin on your back is crawling. For a second you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain next to a canal. Don't be alarmed, everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle? Lungs are for love. Why would lungs be for love? When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. The world loved us, and she loved it back. Yeah! Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place you would hold the breath of your soul? Bourgeoisie love from a bourgeoisie god queen towards a world getting rapidly more bourgeoisie. That's lungs for you. Objectively, it was good for the time. And they sort of screwed it up after she passed, like they always do. Don't listen to that retrograde class warrior egg. Sorry, I'm clunking my chair. Are you a thought reader? No nation, but trans nation. No war, but class war. So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist. He's not a communist. That's just something he likes to yell. Picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though. Yeah, we're a rebel, yell. Why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth. I can't be a communist, he nods. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist? Please don't turn him into a communist. Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super. Oh, I've got to get the correct answer. I'm trying to do, like, I'm going to try reverse psychology. Don't be a communist. That path is too hardcore. Ah, oh, bollocks. No, I'm going to... hopefully it will give me another chance. Be a communist, Egghead. The future needs your help. Ah, I guess you are... guess he is a communist now. Yes! One person. Does that mean you're a thought reader? Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading. Yarg, Revachol imperative. Unless you were thinking Revachol imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with egg yelling. I know what you mean. But I was thinking Revachol imperative. That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop too. Alright, fine. You're right, I wasn't thinking that. Hardcore superstar. Tell me something else, Egghead. Communism rules the nation. He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide shining grin. Looking to see if you approve. Almost there. Could use just a bit more work. The worker must move your ass. No, that's still not it. I'm sorry. The young man drops his oversized head in shame. He's truly sorry he couldn't come up with the proletarian yell that would satisfy the great leader. So, is your real name Jermaine? Jaccord Hakor Jermaine Egghead. Basically, yes it is. You said you were worried. Do you think it is wrong with the... What do you think is wrong with the music? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. He turns pensive all of a sudden. Sometimes I feel like Nordic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears. It's like it's only ultra. I think it's super hardcore, but you're right, it's not hyper hardcore. If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you're pretty certain one thing cannot be proto and hardcore. It's proto, not hardcore at all. Whoa, culture cop. I think you might be right, but how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but I cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? No, that is the answer. Try to think of if anything could make it hardcore. What? He looks at you with customary amazement. Guys, there's something happening in his head. Think even harder. Oh yeah, he's doing it. But you know, this is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason. My imagination fails me. I know, so does mine. He laughs and shakes his head. That's your chemistry, but there's something else that hasn't failed you. I'm not getting drugs off him to make this music more hardcore. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. Uh-oh. The young man is bursting with anticipation. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. Oh. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Oh, maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck's jam is missing to make it hardcore. I'm an expert on Nordic music. Physical instrument. 3. Oh, I'm gonna totally cheat this. And by cheat, I mean put on a bunch of clothes. That gives me a physical instrument. Oh. I already had that. Not amazing a physical instrument. Oh damn. Apparently I'm not going to cheat at that. The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah!
Okay, let's try and roll for it. Damn. No, that would be silly. Your body isn't thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus. Let's put physical instrument up.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah!
58. Yes! You know it in your lungs, where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. In your solar plexus where the hits should land. So Does every chordate animal needs more bass? What? The young man makes a sudden move, like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes a song really stick. So that you can get it out. So you can't get it out of your head anymore. Point at your head. Wow, okay, we should start with a melody. But where would we get that stuff from? No way, I'm not going to become some sort of anodic cop too. I've got enough copper types already. I don't know. I was thinking you would know. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just a party boy. Get the people going and say it's hardcore. Empathy. He feels ashamed that he can't be more of service to the future of dance music. Yes! I'm going to take this task. I love this game so much. Okay, I'll look into it in an official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Maybe not an official capacity. Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation. Take the task. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain a smile, as if that could hinder your investigation. Basically, what you need to do here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's Jam. Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop. Some tapes to sell. That's an idea. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in the branches, like a bronze ribbons blowing in the wind. Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, I've been there. Oh, I know this. I can tell you where it is. Saint-Gilles is on the boulevard before the canal bridge. One that takes you to the Whirling and Gags and Industrial Harbour. It's got lanterns and the... I knew that. I could have said that. The mosaic sidewalk. But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway. Feels cold. Does it? Looks around looking for the car. I like that, like, his weird madness just is fine in their sort of drug... Well, they're not even on drugs right now. Let's shake it off. Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman. Copman! Yells Egghead. Alright. Goodbye, Egghead. Okay. Empty cassette tape. Do I actually have a tape? Door Gunner Mini Mix. Not so fast. Somewhere between the grease and the cycle, the good lieutenant steps out of his kinema. A brisk chill wind greets him. You get the feeling he should be here for this. Listen when he's here. Hang on. Fair enough. You push the commencer, and the tape top spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air. This is Revichola Man's... Okay. Yeah, we knew that already. Okay. Vivashol. Class, yeah.
Huh. I see you're here again, off-sign man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
Why are you called Noid? Picks up some sort of widget. A hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the Lord at the moment. Not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment. Does this mean we need sign matching? Yes, further sign matching would be good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church. Yeah, we've got some tasks. Cool. It's a bit weird to go like, yeah, I think I've achieved some stuff.
Hello again.
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan. I did, and I'm sorry. She doesn't appear surprised, for what it's worth. Which isn't much. This is why I didn't go into the tent. The lieutenant looks at the ocean, squinting his eyes. Typical delinquency. Don't get to choose your posse. They choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I don't care. I'm Loco. I wanted you to know that I know the plan. Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future, I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them? That I'm going to decide after I've looked into the church situation. Oh right, that's wise. Take your time. Cool. Do you know what I really like about this game? Like, the fact that I gave my hat away, and it was a stat hat, and I really liked it. But that sort of made it more meaningful. Like, it doesn't even affect the game, but the game's written in so well that I kind of accept it in a sort of narrative level. Let's put it a different way. I could never get into Fable. And I had a bunch of friends that played Fable, and they really loved all the stats, especially like, oh, if you eat food you get fatter and you can get horns and a halo sort of thing. And for me, I could see a bar, right? That's a number that goes up and down, depending on what the character does, and it didn't seem terribly interesting to me that bar was now visual. Doom's got a visual bar. It's a face that bleeds slowly over time. But like, I'm not saying I'm right and they're wrong. In fact, the fact that they got enjoyment out of that would tell me that that's a good thing. But it's like the illusion was broken for me, so I couldn't appreciate it. But like, me giving the hat away felt meaningful. And that's like a really good... The fact that I can be aware that this is, you know, it just happened to be the hat I had on, and I just happened to be an option. You know, it hasn't affected. Let me just move it to the left there. See if I can connect it. Yeah, it hasn't affected my enjoyment of it. And I get to look a little bit sillier. Because I am playing this a little bit statty, if that makes any sense. I'm just going to have a quick look around the church. It's quite prominent on the map. I think I mentioned this in one of the descriptions that no one ever reads, but... Kim, we can't walk that way. If the view from above wouldn't be able to see us. You look at the map. And I figure out where that is. Oh yes. I should try some of these. Like, that's the church. Look at that. Is that the wall? Okay, so we have almost, like, clearly that's going to be important. There's the fisherman's shacks. That's what I should have named the episode. Anyway, that's where we can go across. There's the tent. Yeah, so this is still quite big, but we were there. Huh. What are we supposed to check? It's there, and which I don't know if I ever did. There. Okay. Anyway, the church is clearly going to be important to something. Heavy wooden doors more than twice your height stand shut in front of you. The rectangular, sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock carelessly drilled into the wood. Inspect carpentry. Carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. I also like that it was confirmed that I would make a decision after I checked the church. Like, I was really worried that, like, oh no, I've just lost the chance. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. Run your hands over the beam. Surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine wood fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago. Take a closer look at the padlock. The cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It's shackled together. A hasp and staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting somehow. Look at the sticker. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below that makes him look like a mouth. You're pretty sure that you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There's something blindingly modern about the symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before. What makes it so modern? It's the contrast between the cheery chemical yellow and the rigor mortis, as if the cheery guy didn't know he was either dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here. You've seen the symbol before. Point to it. Takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses and replies. No. What does it look like to you? Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests a junior delinquency. Yep. What is junior delinquency? Ravachol Zoc, the moral intern, defines junior delinquency as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act of violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes, as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. That was part of your officer's exams. He puts the handkerchief in his coat pocket. What is suggestive of junior delinquency here? I haven't seen the sticker before, and I am not a youth. Agree, it's very modern. But does the cheery guy know that he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here? That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set. Oh, my interface facing is amazing. There's nothing like the sound of sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Okay. Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover. Voila! Looks very modern. And I got a secret task complete. We're part of the Future Brigade now. And so is your formerly humdrum ledger, Neon Baby. Open the padlock with a key. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Let's go. The lieutenant nods at you. Pull on the doors. As you do, you hear an echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black halls and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city. Oh yeah, our lungs are glowing. Strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Yes, that was my YouTube video. I was checking it out. More of a forked lightning pattern that you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long-forgotten style. A prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Percarnassian Litany of Love. Blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Could these wires work as a contact microphone? Ah. Why did I have two options? Perception, hearing. The silence in this part of the church is almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. Wait, I think I still hear something. And then it's gone. Almost over it, all of it. But for the faintest of hums. It seems that sound here is detached from its source somehow. If not blotted outright, truly unusual. Sounds like the Pale. Oh, that's cool. How do I know what the Pale sounds like? Recordings. The Far Pale. I've heard them. We all have. So, if I'm correct in how this world works, okay. I'm just doing some drawing, some crappy drawing. Okay, I don't know if this makes any sense at all. That is the dome, right? That is the bottom of the dome. These are places and countries or whatever. And now you can see the cracks. But there's so many cracks. Entire bits are broken up. And in between is the Pale. If I'm understanding this correctly. And it looks a bit like a disco ball. This is why it's called Disco Elysium. Which is why he questions his reality. Because that's kind of weird. Anyway, it's a testament of the writing that I can draw that and have it make sense to me. From recordings of the Far Pale. You've heard them. We all have. You can hardly hear your own breathing. Stomp your feet and clap your hands. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which silence feels even more total somehow. Yell as loud as you can. Your voice is barely audible, not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. Turn to Kim. What's happening? Lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head, then he leans closer. Can you hear anything? Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics. His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed in the way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing? Could be. Doesn't seem entirely convinced. Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us. The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense it tense up next to you. Look up at the bell tower. The orderly rows of ceiling panels have become barely visible. They then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. Sorry. Perception sight? 8. This is not a red check, and it cannot be retried. Let's make sure. No, screw it. Let's not be cheeky about this. Yes! It's more meaningful this way. Is it a crab, man? It's like there's something moving up there. Shadows emerged from the tower and is making its way towards you through all the other shadows. On the ceiling. Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away. Follow the shadow's movements. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends. Officer, there's something up there. Lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing. Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go? Blink. See something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you, dark eyes. Maybe it's possible. Talk to it. How many do we have left? Well, I'm worried that if I don't talk to it, it won't be there. Tiago. Shadow is a man. The man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. Crabman. Say nothing. Be quiet for now. The man leans forwards a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
I bet your alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You've come to the right place.
The accent is of Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk, and a district in Jamrock. There is a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Reva Chol. Right place for what?
You can receive the mother's love, and when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of the bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Hey, what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already, shoosh. Oh, hell no. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem, and it's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Tudo, eh? I see deep inside you. Your body and spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Reno is wreaking on your mind and your spirit. Necesitas parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
What? These crazy... What is this shit? This is all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. For some reason I feel you have a point there.
Don't trust me, trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church. What is this? Wasteland of reality. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that it's a sickness, and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life. You're... Oh wow, -2 physical instrument, insomnia. Blimey. Your booze-filled belly dragging you on the ground. Your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive. Your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps. They're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. Sure. -2 physical instrumentation. That's not what it says. Wasteland of reality.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in. You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. Is not an act, my liege, saving, perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot. You must be the crab man. Never known myself to be a crab. I'm not going to do the accent. But if that is the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. It's your neighbours who came up with this name, not me. He considers this for a moment. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. He pauses. It may be that I got to work on my technique. That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there? Wait. Did you also carve all those sculptures? Sure am. That's not how that follows. Whittling wood used to be something I did just to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. Feminist cop. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it. What were you before you became crabman and woodcarver? I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. So many people losing their memory, a certain portent of doom. No, I say, it's not like that. Best thing that could happen to you, losing your memory. You remember your name, sir? Taego is my name. Those syllables don't mean much to me those days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place among your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. My name's Harriet Dubois. My place in the world is Lieutenant Double Yafrator. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. He sounds melancholy. Saying this, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here? This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into the nothingness. He nods towards the ceiling. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. Oh, it's a thing that could legitimately be true. Circle it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to drink from it directly. Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about? Oh, that's no simple question, I say. She's the one who can't be painted or sculpted. She's the cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes. No one ever will. Adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has. What will happen once you drink from the perforation? I'll be incinerated, not destroyed, finally at one with the state of the world before reality began. That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that. Sure you didn't just switch one drug for another? Not like that at all, man. There's faith and joyful service. Gleeful, those words. He's lying, not to you, to his very own self. Faith is a kind of drug. He shakes his head. I've heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot, but think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night? There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system. I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it. He looks at you gravely. She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. My mother will eat all of you, never spit you out. I was being insensitive, sorry. Let's move on. No worries, man. I know this shit takes time. I don't understand what you're doing in the church. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the Mother's glory. Can you sing it for me? Sing for me something? I ain't from no Mariachi. That's what you're thinking. The song I sing is silent as the mother. Mariachi is a mesque style of music and dance commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its pleasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit a nerve. How did you... I need to let you go, but... Right, I had other questions. Okay, thanks then. Okay, hopefully it's not going to go missing. No, cool. Right. I'm going to let you go. I've been John Foxy and we're now leaving the proximity.